as far as I'm concerned, music is music. I don't look at it as rock or R&B, all that kind of stuff. I just look at it as music, you know. But I feel sorry for anybody who only listens to one form of music.
Unsigned, you're listening to the Freeza Block Show. Local, MileHighUnderground.com. Unsigned, local artists, unsigned artists. Music you may have never heard before, music you'll want to hear again. All right here on the Freeza Block Show.
Welcome in. It is the Freeza Block Show, MileHighUnderground.com. So very happy to have everybody listening in and alongside. We're really happy today. We have hip-hop duo Shock and Dash in the studio. We're going to chop it up and break it down and find out what these guys are all about, man. It is the Denver music scene, the Colorado music scene, man, and these guys are a big part of it, man. Shock and Dash, welcome on in, guys. Say hi to everybody out there, man.
How's it going, everybody?
Awesome, man. How you guys doing today, man?
Not too bad.
All right. No problems with the traffic and all that.
Traffic has been horrible today. It's been really hot. Other than that,
typical Denver.
Yeah, no doubt about it, man. For the folks who are listening for the very first time and have never heard of Shock and Dash, what kind of music is it? What are you trying to put across, man?
We got our own brand of hip hop. It's a mix of a whole lot of stuff, but kind of like a backpack feel to it. The new beats that we're getting is a lot of trap stuff, so we're going in that direction right now.
For the folks that don't know, like for myself, man, how would you describe trap, man? You know, people talk about it, you know, trap this, trap queen, you know, what exactly, you know, for the
I feel
folks
like
out there?
it's just the beat selection. It's like more bass.
That's it, just more bass.
There's a lot of hi-hats.
You make it easy. You make it easy, man, at least.
Just more of a, like, I would say repetitive sound, right? Beats.
Yeah.
Very repetitive.
You guys do your own beats and that kind of stuff, or
we got a couple producers actually that do our stuff. So we had a guy named Fiasco Andretti. He's done probably 80% of our music
Over the past like 8 years.
Yeah, I mean, we've made 8 albums or something together now.
Yep.
And we linked up in 2010, and from then we met up with Fiasco Andretti, and he did most of our beats from there. And then we met. You had on a couple weeks back, Sid Madrid's doing some stuff for us.
Shouts out to Sid Madrid,
He's
man.
doing most of our new album right now.
Awesome, man. You got to love that, man. What a great guy he is. And how do you guys get a hold of, you know, did you guys grow up together? Did you know him, you know? Or
No, we
did you guys
actually
meet him through the scene?
we met him at another radio interview, actually. He was on before us, and we really dug what they were playing at his. We ended up leaking there. It was like 6 years ago?
2012, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, good stuff. And you know, the thing about Sid Madrid, man, is that you know, he's such a nice guy. You just come right on up to him, talk to him.
Yeah.
And is that kind of how that went? You guys were like, hey,
Yeah,
just
absolutely.
stuck your hands out, and then from there, you guys said that you, like, again, you've done some stuff and a lot, and you have a new CD out, and and you had him do a lot of stuff with you guys, right?
Right, the whole new album that we just did dropped in October of last year.
Yeah.
Sid Madrid did all the beats on this one, and so there's 8 songs on there. The title is "This Is Me, Fuck You."
Hey, we got to F you. Yeah, we can't.
Sorry.
We got to. Sorry about that's PG-13 action,
Right,
but
right.
you know, hey,
Bad,
that's
bad.
you know, tell the
It's
folks
tough,
out there, you know,
tough.
and you know, what's the name of that again, and with the apostrophe.
This is me, F you.
Right. Okay. So, you know, tell me a little bit about that, man. Why in the world would you guys even come out with something so shocking?
Yeah,
So shocking.
It's a bit more brash than anything that we've done before. A lot of the music that we had been doing, we had developed a sound, and a lot of it was starting to sound really repetitive to us. And, you know, that along with stuff going on in life, we decided to make a bit more of an angry, brash album, I guess.
And well, you know, and you guys have been in the game for a bit, man, because I'm looking at your profile here, and you guys have like 5, 6 CDs or albums or whatever you want to call them out, man. So you know, tell us a little bit about how you got started. Oh, and by the way, for the folks at home, raise your hand. Which one's Shock? Which one's Dash?
This is Shock Trostic. I am Dash Render.
All right, man. And yeah, we'll get into those names in a minute, Ben. Well, let's go back to that question, man. How long you guys been kind of hitting at it and how you kind of got started up?
Well, I've been actually doing hip hop since the late 90s. I'm a little bit older, so got into it then and recorded a bunch of stuff, just nothing really I ever released just for fun. 2010 is when we met up. He's not from Denver, so.
Yeah, I moved here from Kentucky. I actually did 2 albums out there under the moniker Romulus, and I was in a group called Righteous Dynasty.
Is there like a huge hip hop scene in Kentucky?
Not really. There's trying to be, but you got to go to certain places. It doesn't really move around.
Right. I hear you. But you know, there's a little bit of something going on there, but not enough for you to stay there, right? I mean, so
yeah,
you kind of had to,
definitely.
Did you move for the music, or did you?
It had a lot to do with me moving. Yeah.
Awesome. Man.
That and job opportunity. Sure.
And so when you came out here, you just did you Craigslist it, or did you guys know each other? Or
no, I was actually working at a department store with one of his friends, and I was freestyling with him back there. And he's like, "I got somebody you got to meet, man."
Yeah.
He's wanting to do a project with somebody else, and he introduced me to him. We started making music almost immediately.
Pretty much just the timing. I was looking for somebody at the time. I was just getting back into recording after not doing it for a couple of years. And then I met back up through a friend, like he said, a friend of mine was had his ear out for me and told me about this guy. And so we just started making music pretty much on, like he said, right away. We both were into the sitting around writing stuff to beats. And from there, we just kind of made a couple songs. And before you knew it, we had an album.
Yeah.
This is how it worked out. We didn't even really
like
start
2 or 3 months we had an album.
Yeah, we weren't even sure like what we were doing. And then we were like, hey, you know,
well, tell us a little bit about that. How, you know, you guys didn't know what you were doing, you know, I mean, was it like we sit at a table and just, you know, I mean, tell us.
So when we first got together and we made like one song together, and it had a really spacey beat to it. So we decided if we were going to do a project, we wanted it to be kind of like a Space Odyssey theme kind of thing. So we were going to change our names for that project, because before that I went by Romulus and he went by Nutcase. So
hey, at least it wasn't Nutbag.
Yeah.
We both changed our names.
Oh, by the way, for the folks at home that are Shock and Dash fans that are listening for the first time, that bell is for a hit or a shot. It doesn't necessarily have to be weed or alcohol, but a little bit of something to get you right on through this interview, through the show, and your life, and when we make a good point. So break it on out. You owe us 3 of whatever it is you are doing, man. Sorry about breaking in there, man. We have Shock and Dash in the studio, man. And gosh darn it, we've held on for about like 8 minutes, kind of talking a little bit, man. I'm going to go to your, see what I can do about trying to get some music here. We got you guys brand new CD. Now tell us a little bit about this while I'm setting it up, man. You know, this is Me, F You.
Yeah. This was our latest album we put out, like we said, in October of 2017. It was a little bit more of an aggressive feel for us. We've been doing a lot of different experimental hip hop. And we hooked up once again, like we were saying, with Sid Madrid, and he did all the beats on it. And this is probably by far our favorite album that we've done in a while. We kind of relit the flame in a sense on this one.
Nice. You know, it just has the tracks there, and it doesn't say what the songs are, so we're going to kind of have to kind of guess a little bit. Do you know the tracks by number of tracks?
Track 5.
All right, yeah, track 5, Unstable, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, if it is and it is and it isn't, yeah, it is, man. All right, good stuff, man. We've let you folks hang on long enough without finding out what Shock and Dash has to bring. So here it is, Shock and Dash, this song off their brand new CD or EP or whatever you want to call it, album. This is Me, F You. This one is called Unstable. MileHighUnderground.com, the Freeza Block Show.
Shock and Dash. Yeah. The unprecedented, never to be tested. The baby like this, mama. I ain't got time for the old drama. They ain't trying to tell me what's right. I still do what I want. I'm gonna have it by the end of the night. What you gonna? I'm gonna take the whole mile if you give me an inch. But I'm still the man you die when you caught in the bitch. And I can see it by your smile that you're loving the stench. That green little furry, I ain't talking to Grinch. Walk bitch, roll up, still give no fuck. That brain fucked up, strap in, buckle up, knuckle up. If you gotta drop the product, give me all of that. Don't try to be the harder cat, try to be the smarter cat. 16 in the starter cap, hiding where the water at. Picking up the border bag, roll me up a dub sack. Like what's that? Need a pound of the green crack. To down these nerves, you don't want me to the attack. Do it when I'm able, this is not a fucking fable. Gonna flip over the table, the brain is unstable. I'ma do it when I'm able, this is not a fucking fable. Gonna flip over the table, the brain is unstable. I'ma do it when I'm able, this is not a fucking fable. Gonna cut the damn cable, the brain is unstable. I'ma do it when I'm able, this is not a fucking fable. Release the whole stable, the brain is unstable.
You're unstable, I'm unable to get fatal. What you hating for? You should jump around. This is not for the board. Instead, this is music to wake the dead. 4 centuries I've bled. Discredit what they said. Hit them in the head. Make them turn red. The blood they bled doesn't feel real. This is all skill. We'll bring you in. Feel the sand. This is where it gets grim. No handshakes, just slams today. Brands been made. We like Starcade. Bars been laid. The fearless get sprayed. You ain't cool as Kool-Aid. You should feel what we say. It takes time to play this way. Say what we say. The phrase take me away. I blaze every day. I'm simple in every way. Don't walk with me.
Do it when I'm able. This is not a fucking fable. Gonna flip over the table. The brain is unstable. I'ma do it when I'm able. This is not a fucking fable. Gonna flip over the table. The brain is unstable. I'ma do it when I'm able. This is not a fucking fable. Gonna cut the damn cable. The brain is unstable. I'ma do it when I'm able. This is not a fucking fable. Release the whole stable. The brain is unstable.
Yeah, shock and dash, man. I like the end of that, guys. That's kind of cool. Like almost like you're crumpling it on up and we're going to start over again. It was good stuff, though, man. Hey, we'll do this for you guys. I've never done this before. Hey! I think that's how that goes, man. Yeah. Let's try jump it back all the way to the 90s, man. So, yeah, I don't know what that's coming from, man. I don't know what I did there. That's all good, man. We're good now. Shock and Dash in the studio. Check out their new CD. This is me. No, what is it? What is it called? This is me. F you. Yes, indeed. Right. F you, indeed. Yes. Good stuff, man. You like doing shows? You like to, come out and perform live and try to, get some folks out there, man. Tell us a little bit about your last show you guys did and how you pulled it off, and some shows in the future that you guys got coming up.
That's right. The last show that we did was actually at it was like an open house for a little art venue. And there was actually a bunch of families there and a bunch of little kids, so we had to edit ourselves.
We had to PG-13 it up, man.
That was heavily edited ourselves. So.
Yeah, this new album's definitely a little more, like we said, aggressive than what we normally do. Mm-hmm. We just stepped out of a box of like being super like hip hop, backpacky, conscious, more positive. This one's a little more like aggressive.
Tell us why you guys kind of,
society's actions of things that's happened in society.
Is it because you guys are angry or what?
No,
I feel like that's the mood right now in general. Like I don't feel like everybody's fed up.
People are dissatisfied. They already know everybody's on the take. Every politician is corrupt. Everything is backwards. Everybody runs. We work our asses off just to chase a bunch of paper. Right. And at the end of the day, is that really worth it? Right? Is that the kind of deal you guys are talking about there,
Somewhat
man?
Of that. There's that going on in there. And it's just just like style change too of like what we're doing as far as our deliveries and everything else.
Yeah, you don't want to keep doing the same old deal.
Exactly. Right.
Although you do want to kind of keep your brand, man.
Sure,
you know.
Sure, we have a sound together.
Yeah, no doubt, man. You guys have art, that you do that accompanies all your stuff, like artwork for your CDs, or do you guys usually just do
sometimes
photos?
I work on it, but we've had a lot of people in the past do it for us, the album art and stuff like that. But recently I've done the last couple albums. I did the art for your solo, and I did the art for Deviants of Underground.
So mainly we just kind of flip around on that. You know, it's just kind of whoever we're feeling like, or if we do it ourselves, you know.
Well, that's cool, man. I mean, is that part of what you've been, doing as you grew up or whatever, your art, your music and all that stuff, man?
Yeah. Art was always a part of it when I was growing up. Awesome. I was actually in a rock band back in Kentucky a long time ago, over a decade ago. It's called Robot Sally.
So are you opposed to like putting some rock and roll, some hardcore, some metal stuff in your music?
His new solo
was all that.
It's called Shock and Roll.
I was telling you about that I actually just put out 2 weeks ago. It's called Shock and Roll, and it's 18 songs, and it's all rock and roll beats and mixed with hip hop. And he's on 3 of the songs, and that's actually the album that just came out that I've been working on for about a year. It's a solo album. We also do solo work as well. Mm-hmm. We don't just do stuff together. It's just that's what we do, but we also have solo stuff we like to do as well.
Wow, man. So you're just like busy all the time doing that stuff, man. Mm-hmm. Do you produce or, mix down or, do a lot of that kind of stuff too?
We help mix. I don't ever make the beats or nothing, but it's all mixed. I sit in on every session. We don't just do a vocal and leave. We sit and listen in and go through the whole, sit there and listen for an hour type thing. It's not just in and out. We put time in everything we do.
Do you guys know, no names, but have you seen that before? Guys that just like put in real little effort and really expect big results and stuff like that. And,
big headed before they even are anybody.
And you run into that a lot. I mean, in the game,
the hip hop scene, there's a little more egos, definitely.
Yeah.
We've been doing this a long time. We've had, dealt with several different types of people and seen all kinds of stuff,
Yeah, we've been doing shows here for about 9 years now. So
that's badass, man. Can you remember the first show you guys did?
Is it the Toad Tavern?
That's what I'm talking about.
Tiny little place.
That's one of the first shows.
Did you guys open for Top Flight Empire at the time?
Yeah, actually,
I think I was at that show. Man. How about
We've
that?
Been doing it that long.
That's good though,
we
man.
Still know Hypnotic pretty well. So
yeah,
he's helped us out with like music videos and stuff. Mm-hmm. So we stay linked in with like the Denver scene of people like Hypnotic and Fiasco Andretti's a part of another crew and. All these guys are doing something, and most of the people that we do songs with are Denver local rappers, and they all are kind of in their own scenes out here, and we just all combine together.
Yeah.
Try to do our thing. We don't really like have one style. We're very like able to switch it up a lot. So
with the beat.
Through that, we've met a lot of different styles of hip hop. You know what I mean? It's not just like.
So what the influence deal, but where do you kind of get your ideas or stuff growing up or whatever, where does it come from? You know what I'm saying? The music that you make,
A lot of the times we wait until we get a beat and we'll sit, and sometimes it'll hit us right away.
Say like what's your influences too?
Yeah, but like where, growing up and like, what did you guys like to listen to?
Oh, okay.
What do you like take from and all that stuff?
Tupac and a rapper named Chaos were like huge influences for me growing up.
There's always one that nobody knows of, man.
Right.
Chaos, never heard of Chaos?
I haven't.
He's a Canadian rapper. It was actually the first thing I ever ordered off the internet because I couldn't find the album anywhere in Kentucky.
And I bet you scoured too, man.
I did.
Back in the days when they had the record stores, man. There's another dinosaur deal, huh? The record store, man.
Like when I was younger, I listened to a variety of stuff. It started off kind of in the gangster genre, the Dre's, the Snoops, and all that. And then as time went on, we got more into the backpacky hip hop, like the Slug, the Atmospheres, that style of music. And then as time went on, it's just throughout the time, there's been so many different genres, and I've just always liked what's coming out. I'm not one of those that's stuck in the 90s or the old. And I like all that stuff. It's like I still can listen to all the new stuff as well.
I hear you, dude. But the thing is, man, you see a lot of folks that do get stuck in the 90s or in those early, and they want to emulate that and right. take samples from it and all of that, man.
We kind of did that.
It's
too.
yeah.
There's nothing wrong with it, I guess.
No, I'm saying we've gone through so many different phases of it. Like we were into the very hip hoppy stuff, and then we were into more harder stuff, and then now I'm doing more rock stuff, and he's starting to go more into like a clubby beat style sound. We're just doing different stuff at all times. Well, kind of what makes us still want to do it.
It's happening though, man. It is happening, man. And then we have Shock and Dash in the studio, man. And hip hop duo, been around the scene for quite a long time, man. And if you haven't heard of them, like me, well, then I guess we're just late to the game, man. Sorry about that. Actually, I have seen you. I saw you at a show like a couple of years ago with Sid Madrid. I think Utica was there. MOA, a bunch of guys getting drunk, you know, and I think it was their first show. I think they do a little bit more nowadays, but man, good stuff. And like I said, man, they've been in the game for a while, man. So awesome. When you guys are doing your shows, there are a lot of prep going up to, you know, doing it, like, you know, you guys dress up, or you do lots of
we go down to Rocket Space downtown and rehearse a couple times a month, usually when we have shows, sometimes more. It's
just to keep up with like the stamina end of it, you know. We like to try to go as live as we can, you know what I mean? With hip hop, you can only go so live unless you have an actual band.
Yeah, no doubt. And have you ever thought of doing that, like having a live drummer and stuff like that? As a matter of fact,
it's been a thought.
It's been thoughts.
Yeah, hard to find people that are down.
I think at that show that I was talking about, I think it was at the Lost Lake, and that one was talking about, and Rob For Real was there, and he had a live drummer. I think the guy Obesity Jones was the dude, man. And I thought that was pretty unique, man. I haven't seen too many hip hop shows, man.
That adds a lot more liveness to it.
Yeah, tell us a little about like what happens. Those like sometimes you don't you can't find the right track or whatever it is, man. Well, how do you guys like kind of fill that time so it's just not dead aired and people going, hey, what's going on? You know, like, that kind of stuff.
I mean, nowadays we always have a playlist made up of our stuff. So the only time anything will go wrong is like we'll stop it ourselves to talk to some people or
get your drink on. Yeah. You guys like to do that, man. Can we get some shots up here? Can we get some shots? Every once in a while, somebody coming.
We've had some shows where we've definitely put it down.
There's a couple where it might have did way too much. And now I don't really drink too much until afterwards.
No, but that's good though, man. You're not, you don't want to get too plowed up there. Otherwise, you look like a clown, and nobody wants that, man. Yeah, and then everybody's like, "Yeah, I seen them guys before.
Oh yeah,
let's go." Nobody wants that. Shock and Dash in the studio, hip hop duo from Denver and Colorado, all the good stuff. Tell us a little bit about the show you guys have upcoming, because I know you do. You guys are always trying to keep busy.
We actually are doing one Sunday night. This Sunday, I believe that's the 17th, at the Roxy Theater downtown Denver.
This Sunday?
Yep.
Oh, nice, man. Make sure to take it. If you're going to get loaded, go on down there. Take the light rail because it's right across the street. It's right across the street.
Right in front of the door.
Is it one of the bigger venues you guys have played in?
Yeah, I mean, we've played the Roxy quite a few times. I know all the owners there and stuff. So through the years, it's always been a spot that's let us just kind of, we feel comfortable there, definitely. It's definitely one of the bigger ones. We played, all over Denver. I mean, I don't even know. Yeah. It's hard to begin where we played. But
over 8 years.
Anywhere and everywhere at certain points. A lot of smaller bars up to, like Gothic theater type stuff. You know what I mean? And what was those places back in the day? We used to play the Summit Music Hall. I think we did that.
Summit,
Castleman's.
Castleman's when it was around. All those places we've been through.
Nice.
The Funky Buddha when it was around.
Gosh, remember that? Yeah.
All right, man. Now we're gonna switch over to one of your songs from Deviants of the Underground. Tell us a little bit about when that came out. And this is a little bit of a different sound, right?
Yeah.
And
this is more of our sound before. It has more of a hip hop sound to it. But for this album called Deviants of the Underground, we wanted every song to be a feature. So we have features not only the rappers, but with beat makers. We got people from London, Axis Beats from London, rappers from all over the place. We got Junk Science on there.
Jack Tripper. I mean,
there's a cat antagonist. I like that guy, man. He's always on there. Hey, is this a good song I could play, man? This is what is this called? It's called Lion's Den. Yeah. Or well, you know, I mean, you know what I mean, man. I mean, will the grandmas outside the windows get all upset? No. All right, man. We're gonna do it, man. This one is Shock and Dash off of the Deviants of the Underground. Make sure to check them out on Facebook, Bandcamp, SoundCloud, and all the other social media stuff.
Well, but not as much stuff. It's Bandcamp's our main site.
Yeah, Bandcamp. All right, man. Make sure to check them out. Give them some love. Give them some respect, man. Good stuff, man. It is Shock and Dash. This song featuring Antagonist. This song is called Lion's Den.
It's a battle that could change the bloodlines here forever.
Hey yo, we're circling the dead just like vultures in packs. Antagonist and Shock and Dash, it just happens at last. We rip the flesh right off the bone and leaving rappers intact, so they can warn the future MCs of attacks in the past. Just a flash of the facts, no emotion staying stoic, no expression or regression. Foes will plainly show it on their faces and emotions. In this country, cross the oceans, coast to coast, pillar to post, the comatose from what was spoken like we're chosen to rid the earth of this corrosion. From what it's worse and worth, it's all of this we were exposing. And I suppose that we arose from deep beneath the surface. Don't help us weed the weak. It's written perfectly in cursive. Ain't buying what we're selling, yo, the currency is worthless. Can't breathe it straight submersive. Curse this perfect circus. Not sure to see tomorrow how people the perfect earth is. Armageddon burning churches down from heaven spitting verses. We roll in packs like the lions of the Serengeti. No holding back with an attack, we were always ready. We flee the scene that we'd seen, yo, calm and steady. Antagonist and Shock and Dash on this deadly medley. We roll in packs like the lions of the Serengeti. No holding back with an attack, we were always ready. We flee the scene that we'd seen, yo, calm and steady. Antagonist and Shock and Dash on this deadly medley. Rolling through the city looking like Mick Minnie. Feeling like it's time to rap for my city. Oh, what a pity, get down to the nitty gritty. Not many real ones left. Get it, connect with the best and push away the rest. Left to impress with my chest out. You don't really know what I'm about. No doubt when my words I'll knock you out. Down for the count, you ain't been nowhere. Cause I'm very aware. Make the hair on the back of your neck stand up. Yeah, that's the plan for what? You're out of luck, oh what the fuck? I think it's time you duck. Cause I'm coming through with my crew. Two of the best to do it in the mile high. Feeling miles high with some lions. There's no denying that, that's a fact. We roll in packs like the lions of the Serengeti. No holding back with an attack, we were always ready. We flee the scene that we'd seen, yo, calm and steady. Antagonist and Shock and Dash on this deadly medley. We roll in packs like the lions of the Serengeti. No holding back with an attack, we were always ready. We flee the scene that we'd seen, yo, calm and steady. Antagonist and Shock and Dash on this deadly medley.
Hear the rebel cry, see the pigeon fly. Now hit the pedal, alright, shit'll stay hidden, alright. Now good riddance till I see it tonight. Gotta pay the penance, that's my sentence for just living my life. I do my dirt all by my lonely in the dark of the night. And you know I do it solely so the crew can survive. Now alright, I'm more alive than I ever had. Put all of that job on my epitaph. Coming back for the aftermath, I wanna see what's after that. A candy painted Cadillac, forever ever counting stacks. Do not hit me with the hassle. Hit you in your Adam's apple. Leave you in a pie box at the tabernacle. Not a slot box, but a lion on the tackle. Got the knots ready for the grapple. Too many shots to never spackle. Antagonist, Shock and Dash just shouldn't battle.
We roll in packs like the lions of the Serengeti. No holding back with an attack, we were always ready. We flee the scene that we'd seen, yo, calm and steady. Antagonist and Shock and Dash on this deadly medley. We roll in packs like the lions of the Serengeti. No holding back with an attack, we were always ready. We flee the scene that we'd seen, yo, calm and steady. Antagonist and Shock and Dash on this deadly medley.
Good stuff, Shock and Dash. Right here in the Mile High, man. That's some cool stuff, man. And you guys were talking during the song a lot about, you know, this Deviants of the Underground CD and all the different folks that you had on there. You know, like you said, you were talking about it's a big feature EP, man, something that a lot of, you know, underground artists and stuff. Talk about the idea of why you went that way and how hard it was or easy it was to get a lot of these guys to help you out with this.
Yeah, well, we had an idea right away that we wanted to try something different, and first thing is we said let's do stuff with just as many artists as we've done stuff through the years.
A lot of time we were giving those artists the beats for them to come up with ideas with, and then trying to match up with what they were doing.
Yeah, that was the idea. It was instead of us coming up with the ideas this time, a lot of these guys we've worked with prior, and we said, let's have them come up with the hook, which you just heard Antagonist doing the hook.
Right.
So they came up with the idea, and we just went off of them this time. So we were almost the features on their song.
Now, how does this kind of go? Like, he does his deal, and then do you guys freestyle off of it, or is it like a pre-written type of deal, and you guys kind of go over and over again?
Sit and vibe to it. I always write out my verses and stuff. There's not a lot of freestyling to it.
It takes some time. We're definitely more writers than we are freestyle. And to get all these artists together, it was, just effort of reaching out and, making sure the beat fit what they liked. And just, it's always like that. When I've collabed with people, I always make sure that I can make the beat works for them. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to give them something that's too out of their lane.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I try to, accommodate people, and we're able to bounce off of them. And that was the challenge on this one. We're always kind of trying to, put a challenge into it. And the challenge was, let's have these guys come up with ideas and we'll go off them.
Good stuff, man. Let's go back into it, man. Let's do another one, and we'll make it your choice, which you might like, or
the Deviants one.
Yeah.
Let's do the one with
Junk. What was that one called? There's one featuring Junk Science.
We'll find it, man. I'll keep going down here. So we there's Bring the Pain. You guys have, and these guys are like, what, were there any of these guys that weren't your friends or anybody that you didn't know, and you guys just kind of sent it out to them and just kind of connect? All right, man. We'll get there, man.
No, we didn't know all of these people. Like this song in general right here, this is actually somebody that I was a fan of, and he actually did a feature for us. We've started reaching out to guys like that now that I'm fans of and he's heard of,
but not guys that you personally know.
We don't know this guy, no. And these are just people, like I said, we're fans of their music.
Yeah, actually was bumping a Junk Science album for about 5 years before we even tried to hit him up. He's going by Beige One now, though.
Right. I see that. Beige One of Junk Science. So
he's
good
out of
stuff.
New York, actually. So
yeah. All
he's
right.
an underground rapper.
Well, tell us about, you guys just having an idea to even go there, man. Just, hey, what was it? Just we guys.
The beat fit him, and just being a fan, I guess, wanting to get.
We were trying. The whole goal with this, like we said from the start, was let's get as many people as we can on this, and let's try to match styles on this.
That's cool. It's good that you guys went outside of the box and just kind of got some sacked up, and you called the guy or emailed him or whatever. And, and the cool part is that he responded. So good stuff, man. This song again, what's it called?
It's called Connect.
All right.
Featuring Beige One of Junk Science.
All right. Right here, Shock and Dash in the Freeza block.
You ever feel like you ran by something other than yourself? I felt this way day to day, wondering how long do we gotta fake it to play? We made it this way. I hate to say the next step is to further connect before you're intercepted by death. Take your last breath in introspect. Your best bet is to identify with what you can accept. That's when you know that it's all good, it's all understood. Come along and feel the push, burning some kush, teaching you rugs not to be crooks or get took by the system. Then you become another victim. Wishing the best for all of you that don't understand what to do and who to believe in. This means to achieve and what you see in.
Time to pull the plug, disconnected. One mankind reconnected. In a collective world perspective. Each one teach one, live and let live. Time to pull the plug, disconnected. One mankind reconnected in a collective world perspective. Each one teach one, live.
I'm silver surfing on the information landslide, formerly grounded like landlines. Now I seek for self and can't find, can't speak in the confines of the pantomime, can't breathe in the bonfires of the hive mind. And I'm fine long as I stay disconnected from the database. Ever since we elected to elect the man who ran on campaign, promised to water the crops with Gatorade, you know, cause that's what plants crave. Damn shame all these prisons are man-made, and claiming Billy Joel only served to fan the flames. I could blame the warden, that would make me a liar. To build your own prison, some assembly is required. It's like I built my own Chugachaki, gave it to Galactus, told him he could hold that. Now I see the cold fact, want my control back. I'm here to take my motherfucking soul back, know that.
Time to pull the plug, disconnected. One mankind reconnected in a collective world perspective. Each one teach one, live and let live. Time to pull the plug, disconnected. One mankind reconnected in a collective world perspective. Each one teach one, live and let live. You logged in, accumulate the self-doubt. The foggy in you can't see your way out. Stuck on trends, the soul has died out. So all my friends know what I'm about. Bringing it back to life, trying to get it right. So each and every night, trying to get a slice. Just my piece of pie, do not need the key to life. Just give me a reason why they don't want to see me fly. High wire, stand strong, times dire, sad song. My fire burn long, a passion that's within. That's a passion on your skin. Seems we yet to begin, like some disconnection. Let's go back to the start, let me see your heart. Is it cold and dried up, beaten and seized up, broken and lifeless, or golden and priceless? Turns out to be a choice. Be silent or raise your voice. You know me, I'm making noise. I'm making noise. Time to pull the plug, disconnected. One mankind reconnected in a collective world perspective. Each one teach one, live and let live. Time to pull the plug, disconnected. One mankind reconnected in a collective world perspective. Each one teach one, live and let live.
Good stuff. Shock and Dash with Beige One of Junk Science, man. Good stuff, man. And check out their CD. It's on Bandcamp, and you know, give them $100 for it.
Yeah. Take it.
No doubt about it. Yes, indeed. And of course, they're going to be playing Sunday at the Roxy, so make sure to check them out. I don't know if they're going to do a lot of the songs off of this CD, but I know a lot of the stuff off the brand new CD. They will be featuring quite a bit.
Right. Yes, the newest album, This Is Me F.U., is our main set list the last year. We've been playing shows. That's our album. Pretty much. And then the new rock album, like I said, I just put out. We're going to do a couple songs off that.
That'll be cool, man. Sunday, the Roxy, make sure to check them out. It's going to be a really cool show. June 29th, they also are going to be out there at, where is it at? 29th?
27th in Larimer, right by the Larimer Lounge. They're actually doing like a outside Final Friday show kind of thing. It's something new down there. I don't know. They just invited us to play. Type thing. That's like a block party vibe.
A freaking Friday. Free beer down there. You know, smoke to your heart's content, all that good stuff, man. They're going to be having a pig on the spit roast, and it's, hey, man, free food, free beer. No, I'm just kidding, man. They could be. Nice. You bring your own stuff, man. You can have a good time down there, man. It'll be fun. June 29th, 27th in Larimer, an outdoor show, a variety type of show. A lot of artists out there and all that good stuff. And, of course, this Sunday, Shock and Dash at the Roxy as well, man. And we were just talking a little bit off when the song was playing about playing at the Roxy. And I said how much I like it because it's just like a little mini Apollo, you know, and you can get pulled off by the hook or just booed out of there, man.
Oh yeah, there's definitely the type of crowd that, you know, will let you know what they think. You know, you bring your A game in there.
Yeah, it can be interesting.
And we played there several times, so it's, you know.
You never got booed off?
No, luckily we never had booed off.
I'm glad you're honest with me. Good stuff, man. And yeah, I mean, you know, and let me tell you something, man. And I don't mean any disrespect by this or anything, man. But when folks probably come to see your show, they look at you guys and probably go, "Really?" Right?
Yeah.
I mean, you kind of get like that from the folks, man.
Always. Yeah. Talk about it all the time. We need an image.
Your image is the non. non-conformist.
Kind
You know,
of the thing is like, this is us no matter what.
Yeah.
That's kind of hence the last album, you know. We
Yeah.
just our approach is kind of like, hey, once you hear us, you're gonna be like, okay, this
Yeah.
is, you know,
Hopefully.
we're confident in our abilities, and
I'm with you there, bro.
you know what I mean. So I think that that's something that's always been there, is like, you guys definitely don't look like the part.
No.
Yeah,
you know
a
what
couple
I mean?
white guys, dude.
You know
What's
what I
up?
mean?
And then they're older too, man.
Right,
Look,
that's
I don't
it.
know, man. You know.
Yeah.
But hey, man, once you guys turn it up, man, it's a whole different story. And you could check them out Sunday and you know, watch them break all the myths and and all the stereotypes, man. And right there at the Roxy with a lot of other folks, man, and have a really good time. Listen to them just pound it on out, man.
That's it.
Got a couple more songs, man. We want to play off of this brand new one. This Is Me, F You. Gonna make it your choice once again. Hopefully, it's a little bit more.
Hottie, she can stay.
All right, now you know, I'm asking you, man. Grandma, I don't want Grandma to pound on the window.
Honestly, we're cussing a lot on that album, man. A lot.
That might not be friendly airplay songs. Like I said, the newest rock album, the Bastard King one, is probably more friendly than those are.
Yeah.
It's just there is a lot of like cursing going on.
Well, tell us a little bit about that cursing business, and we'll try to get through it anyway.
It's funny, like our first like 4 or 5 albums together, I didn't cuss at all. There's not a cuss word on any of those albums, not for me anyways.
Right, it was more positive, but I don't know. We shifted with the times, like we said. It's just kind of more. The times are a little more.
How about that song "Just Hear Us"? I mean, it kind of goes a little bit about what we were talking about a little bit earlier. I mean, I don't know. You guys like that one,
We
or
could do that one?
all right, man.
Yeah.
And hey, folks, hey, it's internet, baby. Let's go. Shock and Dash. This is me. F you. Just listen to us. Just hear us. That's what they say. It's Shock and Dash. HighUnderground.com. Give them some love.
I was born a Tomb Raider, fucking Plume Terminator. I'll read the rules to you later. Used to heat my lungs on the radiator. Now I'm on a top level gladiator. I ain't got no time for a damn hater. Need another round, what you call a waiter. Ain't no debater, I'ma tell you the whole truth. To the nail down, to the last go truth, cold truth. Fight for it at the hinge of a phone booth. The Superman never let each other, the track's proof. The might is touch, but what I touch become whack proof, and that's proof. Follow me and proceeding to the new era. Leave your hate and greed or you will meet terror. Used to heat my lunch on the radiator. Now I'm on a top level gladiator. Right there with the terror is the end of an era. What the fuck is your scanner? I'll make your bust a blow better. We want them news all scanner. We screaming peace to no errors. You may be deceased, she ain't near us. Just hear us.
Just hear us.
Just hear us.
Just hear us. Born to inform and on that we coming home more and all. Let you stand there stunned. No gloves in the mask, then you left there wondering. Am I suffering? So sweet with these beats. Eat them up like me. We came to defeat the sheep. Line them up like cattle. Who's next to tattle? Get out the saddle. Who's ready to battle? All you wanna do is straddle. Unravel the baffled. Stack them up, you should hear us. Come be a witness to the gifts given to us. Be grateful and thankful. Don't be no stanko. Everything's a show. Come get with this flow. As we glow in the night, we ain't right. Give it to them at different speeds. Plant seeds to retreat. Best believe, no greed. Exceed past your expectations. No more sitting around hating. We here to make statements. Debating who's the greatest. Think about those ones who made us. Think about them ones who made us.
Right here with the terror is the end of an era. What the fuck is your scanner? I'll make your bust a blow better. We want them news all scanner. We screaming peace to no errors. You may be deceased, she ain't near us. Just hear us.
Just hear us.
Just hear us.
Just hear us.
Awesome stuff. Shock and Dash in the studio, man. Thank you guys so much for playing along. And man, hey, you know what, man? Every once in a while, one of those is gonna slip through, man. But you know what? That's because you're feeling it, man.
Yeah,
you're feeling it, man. Indeed, indeed. So is that kind of how it goes? You got the music flowing through your earphones, and you're just like either blazed or not blazed. I don't know how you guys roll, but just you know, sitting up there and just letting it out and doing it that way, right?
That's it, man. It just comes out kind of just from within is what it feels like. Just dig in, and it's not too hard for us to, once we get a topic going, we just go off of that, and the writing comes from there. And beats definitely move us too.
You guys do you guys have done a lot of stuff here in Denver? Have you guys done like Colorado Springs, Boulder, and kind of moved back and forth in those areas?
Yeah, we've done a couple shows in Boulder and 1 or 2 in Colorado Springs, but really it's been few and far between over the past 8 years, honestly.
A little bit more Denver, just more Denver
More
centric. Man.
Denver is where we're more focused on.
Tell us about what you guys think personally of the scene, the hip hop scene first. And then we'll talk about just generally the music scene here, period.
The hip hop scene has grown a lot through the last 10 years that we've been really in it. There's tons of people doing lots of different talent out there. I like it. I like where it's going. I think there's, people starting to come out here and recognize the talent, with the Trev Riches and all those kind of guys that are kind of getting out of here and making some noise.
Yeah.
I feel like the door's starting to open for us all.
I agree with you there. I think that there could have been a scene starting up here a lot stronger earlier if the pay-to-play thing wasn't such a big deal. I got so many artists out there, and you got little trust fund kid that just wants to make an album, but he's got the music or he's got the money to get that slot rather than somebody that's been polishing up their art.
Yeah,
a little sour about that.
Yeah, I mean, we've dealt with that a lot through the years. Just, we wish it was more talent based, but it's all about who you can pull in.
Exactly, man. If you got a crew or you got, a lot of different people that, whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just like you said, people, if you could pull them in, man. And, a lot of times the band, it's the bottom line, man. It's all about the money. A lot of times the art gets thrown out of the, with the bathwater and give me some cash. So. That's how they roll, man. And they really, at the end of the day, that's the business, man.
Yeah.
What about the scene here in Denver generally, like just the talent?
It's
different
a plethora of talent here.
All sorts of genres are doing well out here now.
I love going to shows out here. Not always hip hop shows, of course, and just about everything you want to see comes through here.
Yeah, we're lucky there. We get everything.
We really are, man. Good stuff. Denver area, the music's thriving. There's all kinds of festivals and all kinds of stuff that you guys are. You guys always trying to get on with some of these festivals? Like, what do they have? The Shout It Out Loud festival a couple of weeks or whatever.
Right.
Hear the music. What the hell was it called? Whatever, man. They got them all over, man. They got them all
there's
over.
festivals all the time throughout the summer. Yeah, we try to get on as much stuff as we can. We played festival stuff before. And
Is that you mostly, or I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have anybody that tries to contact people for you, or
it's mainly this guy right here. I gotta give it to him.
/ artist of the group. I put everything together when it comes to that. I don't really have set on somebody that helps us with all that. That's something we kind of want at this point in our career of doing this, but just because it's a lot of extra work and. But I don't mind doing it. But I just stay busy with what I hear promoters. I know a lot of promoters through the Denver scene. I just stay in touch with them and what shows are coming up and try to match us up with something that works. And, we've met several different people through doing that. I'm always ear to the promoter type thing. You know what I mean? So I know who's who and what to work with. And
that's good, man. You're well connected in the business. A lot of guys.
As far as Denver goes, I know a lot of people.
That's good. Yeah.
Sure, so.
That's good, man. Let's talk about the absence of radio play for all genres for the Denver bands. What's up with that?
Yeah,
a little KTCL or whatever 93.3 channel is the
and then
does it.
Like 102.3 will do like Mile High Noon, but that's hardly ever hip hop.
And there's another thing. There's no local hip hop show on the FM dial.
There's not.
No,
there's not.
Well, you know why? Because there's so much cursing.
That's what it is.
I mean, we could listen to a song where either that it's going to be blacked out, with the little silence deals, or a lot of beep, beep, beep. And we all know what they're saying anyway. Come on.
Right. Yeah, I think radio is kind of just dying in general.
Yeah.
Kind of
Everybody's
the
going to
directions all
Spotify or
digital.
Pandora or
They just plug in
YouTube.
their USB right into their
Yeah,
deal,
playlist.
man. Yeah, it's pretty much how it is, man. Only the old people listen to FM anymore. 103.5 The Fox.
That's it.
Yeah.
They're still around, but
I like that. Yeah. Foghat right up next. Yeah,
Yeah, I seen
We had a good
Foghat. They were at the Taste of Colorado like 2 years ago. Or
Nice,
something.
good. You see, there we go, man. That's good times, and you guys should be at the Taste of Colorado too, man. Shocking and dashing
One
all
is
the
yours.
kids out there with their corn dogs and all that.
We were supposed to go. We were supposed to play the 420 Fest in 2012 when it got shot up. We were supposed to go on right after Too Short, and then it just never happened. Right?
It just kind of fizzled. Yeah, well, you know that's what happens when gunplay. happens. Yeah, what are you gonna
show's
do?
over
man?
then.
Show's over. You guys probably did a week's full practice and the whole thing.
Oh
was
yeah,
so
it's
ready.
probably more than that even.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you guys
About
were
it, yeah.
As soon as
so
we
ready.
hear about it, we usually just start practicing.
Nice, man.
Put
What goes
together
into
a
the
set.
practice? A lot of moves, choreography, you know, that kind of stuff.
We're trying to work more on that. But
We don't
we're just
have
more
it.
into like the vocal end of it. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Trying to make sure our vocals sound right. We don't usually play with a backtrack, so it's just us over the beat, and we kind of emphasize the fact of trying to sound live. You know our stuff and be on point. So we made so much music that we have to rehearse a lot of our stuff because as time goes on, we'll forget what the song even was unless we hear it.
We've
once.
made. I think I haven't tallied years up, but me over the past 8 years since I've been here, I've written and recorded over 130 songs.
There you go, baby. 130, all different songs, different beats, different tracks.
That's it.
And that's it, man. Well, hey, there you go. Let's get into one more, man. I'm going to just go with the one off the very top, and hopefully nobody gets completely offended. Soapbox Diaries featuring Extra Cool.
Yeah.
We'd be all right with that.
Yep.
Shock and Dash in the studio. Make sure to check them out Sunday at the Roxy. It's going to be a great show. A lot of other artists as well. Fun times. And hey, man, you could just drive that, take that light rail right up to the door, just about, man. Walk across the street and you're
That's
there.
it.
All right, this one is called Soapbox Diaries featuring Extra Cool off the Deviants of the Underground CD. Here they are, Shock and Dash.
Heard what they said, smell the fresh lead. The hunter's dead and he's coming for your head instead. I break bread with deviants from the underground. Off they meds, they deviate what we lay down. If that's the feds, them kids, they better lay down. Ain't no telling the door that may spray down. Give it a breakdown, see who late now. Giving a shakedown, I see who break now. So give it more hoes, I need to ventilate it. Don't worry about me, all regenerated. Coming up like it's aggravated assault. Give me the combo, I'm taking it to the vault. Killing the power and bringing it to a halt. We'll get loud and get you involved. I haven't solved it all, I lift the curse though. So till we're all involved, it gets worse. So
Slay shit, play dead for low blocks. Fuck your pedestal, stand on my soapbox. Nothing's free as those folks at the bus stop. So no more's on my feet, the rest y'all kick rocks. We slay shit, play dead for low blocks. Fuck your pedestal, stand on my soapbox. Nothing's free as those folks at the bus stop. So no more's on my feet, the rest y'all kick rocks. Eat words, spike foods, rough sex and blinks to bad attitudes. You're so sweet, say thank you for the whiplash. It's time to sleep it off, I'll be buried in the witch grass. It's hot cross, these drips, they top bombing. Black and white copies, please, they all vomit. Simply put, we lace the lost logic as an old man's game or whatever the fuck you call it. So cool, I fetch the heebie-jeebies. Force-fed pedestals make me feel queasy. Hard jeans, it's time to lace the sneakers up. Burn with the ether, feel safe and line the victims up. Find praise, but please, it might cost you. Cut till you bleed, they seems they fall off you. So stern, I speak like a lawsuit, like a suicide please, I sleep in my costume. Slay shit, play dead for roadblocks. Fuck your pedestal, stand on my soapbox. Nothing's free as those folks at the bus stop. So the walls on my feet, the rest y'all kick rocks. We slay shit, play dead for roadblocks. Fuck your pedestal, stand on my soapbox. Nothing's free as those folks at the bus stop. So the walls on my feet, the rest y'all kick rocks.
we can't attack your ass just like asteroids. So kick on back and when we blast noise, blast toys, we
we them bad boys. I'm tired of y'all talking, doing nothing about it, sad boys. Take over your clique, now I have them rolling with me, screaming, you're the shit. Don't get your wig split, this is what I call getting lit. Are you serious? You really think we give a shit? But your lip wide open, now you know we ain't joking. Know we're smoking on something good. What hood you claim? Don't mean a damn thing. Rap gang, blast fangs, tap on your brain, pull your string. Listen what I bring, a whole different thing. We some strange deranged individuals, giving you visuals of how it can get physical.
Slay shit, play dead for roadblocks. Fuck your pedestal, stand on my soapbox. Nothing's free as those folks at the bus stop. So the malls on my feet, the West y'all kick rocks. We slay shit, play dead for roadblocks. Fuck your pedestal, stand on my soapbox. Nothing's free as those folks at the bus stop. So the malls on my feet, the rest y'all kick rocks.
Shock and Dash in the studio. You want to check that and that song and those guys, man, make sure to check them out Sunday at the Roxy. You guys know where it is, right over there, 5 Points. Wonderful, new, regenerated, revitalized, and regentrified.
Yeah,
yes, indeed. Yeah, well, you could
used to be a parking lot where that high rise is now, right
See?
in front of the Roxy.
Yeah, there you go, man.
Yeah,
There
we
you
got
go.
we got 3 music sites though. We got that shockanddash.bandcamp. We have his shocktrostic.bandcamp, and then my solo is dashrender.bandcamp. And
Dash rendered out. Rendered out.
No, render.
Ren-
Dash render.
Dash render. Okay.
Yeah.
Not out. Okay. One more time, man.
Dashrender.bandcamp.
There we go.
There you go.
Good stuff, man. Shock and Dash, man. We've just about burned it on down to 0, man. We thank you guys so much for coming on
Thanks
in,
for having us,
man,
man.
and
Appreciate it.
having that music and just keeping the hip hop deal going here in the Mile High, man. We're gonna be checking you out again on Sunday at the Roxy, and then in June 29th at 27th and Larimer at the big party with all the free beer and the free girls.
Everybody
and
come out.
Everybody else. It should be a good time, though,
Yeah,
honestly,
no matter
man.
what.
It's like this is like an afternoon type of deal, or right? You know, that's the best thing about when there's no Broncos playing. There's always some
Lots
really
of stuff
kick-ass
going on.
festival or something.
We've learned that you cannot play a show in Denver when the Broncos are playing. Ain't nobody gonna show up. Gonna show up to
Nobody shows
watch,
up.
watch TV.
Yeah, they show up to watch a TV.
Yeah, that's it.
Did you guys turn it down?
Exactly. We've been through that.
Well,
too.
hey, it's the Broncos, baby.
That's it.
What are you gonna do? You can't fight that, man. You
No.
can't fight that. Again, Shock and Dash, thank you guys so much for being on
Appreciate
in here, man. And jeez, I'm gonna play another one here. Let's go with one of the ones off the brand new one. And I'll let you pick this last one. Of course, This Is Me, FU. Check it out. It is on Bandcamp. And you can, like I said, you pay them between $10 to $20 to $15 to $100 for the CD because it's worth it. It's worth that much, man. Indeed. Hey, man. Well, I don't know. Let's see what we can do about getting a song on out of here. And then how about We Don't Want No Trouble, right? Or did we play that one already?
We did, yeah.
We did?
Can we do wait, what is this? What album was this off of?
This is the F Me. This is
Oh,
me.
okay.
F you.
Yeah, play the last one.
The very last one. All right. That is, let me think here. It is called
We Will Not Let You.
We Will Not Let You In. Tell us a
Sure.
little bit about what that means. That sounds like it means something, man.
And trying to be a part of more of an elite group of rappers around here. Saying we're gonna
We just
take
have a
step
certain
aside.
standard of what we like. And,
I hear you.
know what I mean?
And
Yeah,
that's
like-
why Shock and Dash is Shock and Dash.
That's
A
it.
cut
That's
above,
what we are,
baby.
what we
A
are.
cut above, man.
That's
Thank
it.
you guys so much, man. We're going to go with it. And thank you guys again for coming in. Check me out next week. We'll be here again playing some great music and hopefully having a great guest on in. And, well, hey, everybody have a great week. Shock and Dash, you guys have a great week as well. Make sure to check them out on Sunday. Check out all their music on Bandcamp. And everybody have a great week. Have fun. Love
Cover
one
me the wrong way, I will not let you in my domain. Get out my way before I let it spray. All the years and days of all this frustration and hating has got me shaking. Now I must make payment. Feel alive, feel the fire. It's will and drive that.